So Charles Hoskinson just did an AMA, and he's basically the roadmap for Goguen is going to be out on the 29th of October. And we were talking about this though, Ben, weren't we? We were talking about what does it actually mean for Cardano ADA, because obviously there's been a lot of talk about where they're heading with the project and what they're going to be able to do. And I think I've said this a couple of times where they've mentioned DeFi as being something they want to start focusing on with Cardano.
I think this is almost like Cardano's fresh, clean slate. You know what I mean? I think they're trying to...
Yeah, I think that they've been so slow with things that it does... I mean, the thing is, though, is with Cardano, they've always planned for it to keep moving, right? And I think that
they've just been very slow.
But it's very slow. And I think that the whole point here is that Goguen was always planned to happen. But one of the things that they were doing is they were taking so much time with these releases. And now with this Goguen one, it looks like they're moving a lot faster than they had with Shelley. The other thing as well is that rather than just releasing everything all at once, they're actually taking like he says here, Hoskinson said during the AMA, that it's a spectrum. So parts of it have already been delivered, and they're delivering more parts soon. So they're kind of releasing Goguen step by step and updating as they go. So Goguen is not going to be like a big drop. It's not going to be like, all right, it's the sort of like 1st of December, we're dropping Goguen and everything's going to run, on the new Goguen setup. And with all the new functionality, it's all going to be actually phased in as they move forward. And so I think that that's kind of exciting. It means that they're obviously realize that they're moving faster. The other thing as well that might push them to be a little bit quicker is this fact that they're now working with, they have 30 commercial deals in the pipeline, apparently. Now, one of the problems with any of these projects where they take a scientific approach is that there isn't the pressure to be fast, right? If you don't need to be first to market, you take your time and you work slowly and get things done methodically, but it tends to be that it's other people who benefit from your work because they are able to pick it up once you've done it and then move quickly. So the idea that they're doing these commercial deals means that they're going to have time pressures, which means they're going to work faster. So that's fantastic news. The other thing here as well about the whole Goguen thing that I think is pretty exciting is this mention here about they're working with Runtime Verification.
Yes.
And their deal is going to basically be to create something called the Yellow VM, or virtual machine. And it's basically going to allow people to convert Solidity code, so contracts built on Ethereum, DeFi contracts, as well as obviously any dApps and all the rest of it, to be converted to run on Cardano ADA. So that is going to be really exciting because like they said earlier this year, they said, we're looking at DeFi and how we can bring that into Cardano ADA. And to kind of top that off really, Ben, is the blog post here over on IOHK today as well, where they've been starting to push their sort of own code a bit more, this Marlowe code or Marlowe language. And I think I've mentioned it maybe on the channel before, not in the live streams, but certainly on the channel. But this is a domain-specific language for Cardano ADA, which will let you create your own smart contracts for the Cardano network. And, it's basically the whole language is meant to be easier. It's meant to be built on financial language rather than on programming code. And so you have this thing called the Playground, which I've got open here, guys. I won't go and do anything on here, but there are tutorials and things like that. And there's even a free course over on Udemy by IOHK that shows you how to create a contract on Marlowe. I think that if they are going down the DeFi route, what you're going to end up finding, guys, is that it's going to be Ethereum number one for DeFi, and then Cardano ADA is going to be second. Forget Tron, forget EOS. It's going to definitely be these two that are going to be the big players in the DeFi space.
And there was actually I just closed the goddamn article right as I was about to read the quote at the bottom. So you're going to have to read it up, James.
Which one was this? Was
this the Cardano article? There's a quote at the very, very bottom. It's the last one that the founder of Cardano said, and it just kind of topped off what people in the chat were saying, which is why they're being so, they've been so slow, which is the only reason why I kind of didn't like them.
Yeah.
And then that quote at the end, almost like I said, clean slate thing.
So is this the one that's in bold at the bottom that says every month we're going to have hundreds of projects? We talk about adoption. We're going to blow everybody out of the water.
I think that's a pretty bold statement.
It's a bold statement. It's very bullish. I do like it. I do like it. What people said in the chat though? Let's see. Have we got anybody that agree? Oh yeah, we've got Bitcoin saying I agree. Progress is slow. New coins are overtaking them. And FLava saying correct. I think that it's going to be Ethereum. It's going to be Cardano ADA when it comes to DeFi. Especially if Ethereum 2.0 comes out on time, it's going to be great. And now, as you guys know, I'm pretty bullish on Polkadot. I think that Polkadot could do very well. However, I do have to sort of worry now about whether if Ethereum 2.0 comes out before Polkadot manages something, whether it's going to be kind of like, it's going to take a back seat.
Yeah, it's going to be playing catch up for a few years.
Yes, exactly, because I'm bullish on Polkadot because I'm thinking they're going to beat Ethereum to it, right? But if they don't, then what will DOT do? But, there's still space for Polkadot.
It's one of those. But, I just want to go over another article because, again, it's your best. It mentioned your best mate in the entire world, and it is McAfee.
Oh, he's in there, is he? Which article is this?
Your boy McAfee. So basically, the Spanish government have just passed they forced now a new law for crypto owners to disclose their holdings and gains. Now, I don't know whether that's bullish or bearish. I mean, I don't even know whether it's a big deal or not.
To be honest,
obviously, McAfee's just been getting extradited to the US because he's fucking not paid tax for 4 years for dodgy bad. And he's been shilling coins and making millions. It says that he's done 23 million on shilling ICOs and altcoins. So he's done all right for himself, and he's been caught out for not paying tax. So obviously, the Spanish government now have drafted a law. I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, it's important news, I guess, for anyone in Spain, but is it something that you could see happening with other countries? Or
well, I mean, this is the thing, Ben. I mean, like you say, it's Spain. It's not. Let's be honest. There's a few countries where crypto-related rules could really affect things, right? And I think that you're looking at countries like America, obviously, Korea, Japan. We're talking India as well, and maybe even Nigeria as well, because we've got like a big adoption in Nigeria. We've got these countries where I think that we'd really see a big effect from news like this. But with Spain, maybe it could be seen as an indicator of where other countries might go. But it's certainly not. I would say that this is more like a sort of a canary kind of situation, like it's the canary in the coal mine, as they say, isn't it? That's the phrase.
That's an old people saying.
It might be a warning that other countries will follow suit, but certainly on its face, it's not as kind of important as I would say any